How's it going, guys? It's Burgers here and welcome to another Rise of Kingdom video. Today I'm going to share with you the legions I'm going to use this KvK. Soon we're going to start fighting. As you can see, there's like 5 hours and something before this gate open. So there's going to be some fights around this Ascension ruins between 4100 against 4097, basically our kingdom. So what I'm going to use this KvK, what kind of legions I'm going to use, because on my streams, in the Discord, under my videos, I get asked this thing, yo Burgers, what you going to use? And here's what I'm going to use, and I'm going to share with you why I'm going to pick these heroes. First of all, in all of the majority of the scenarios, I'm going to use Tzu. The reason behind is this is just overpowered hero. I mean, clearly this hero is the best epic hero, and in my opinion it's even doing the damage like a legendary hero by looking over how much damage he's doing on the 5 enemy. There is no diffused damage. That means he's going to do the full damage. Also, if he hit like 5 legions, is going to do 5,000 damage, and on top of that is going to generate like 25% of his rage, and that means he's going to fire up way more faster. I'm not going to go that much in deep why I'm picking specific heroes, but Tzu is going to be one of the heroes that I'm going to try to combine with YSG. Now this is an archer hero. You may be going to rightly question me, yo Burgers, Tzu is actually an infantry, YSG is an archer one. Well, both of these two heroes, if you look them a little more closer, you're going to notice that Tzu is having just one spell or one line in his description where he's pointing specifically over the infantry, and this is this one right here. This commander infantry unit gets 10% more HP. So rest of the spells is actually focused over the troops. As you can see, 10% less damage. The other thing is 20% more hero skill damage, which is related directly to the hero skills, have nothing to do with the troops. And finally, we're having this thing that is, you know, garrison. So for the open field, here I'm talking about the open field. I want to point out this thing. We're talking about the open field because the majority of the fight is going to be on the open field. And finally, I'm having Art of War. Yeah, I already talked about this one. So Tzu is extremely strong one. I believe it's even like a small legendary hero, to be fair. Now, Tzu with YSG is one of the legions. Now, YSG, just to point out, most likely there is a decent chance I'm going to go with this bad boy, and I'm going to spend some of my universal sculptures just to make the first spell level 5, just to get the full 1.4k damage over the 5 enemy troops. But long story short, YSG is also having this garrison. When this commander is serving as one of your city garrison commanders, is going to get benefits, but we don't care about the garrison. And to be fair, I really hate these spells because both of these two heroes are very good, and when they add this garrison things on these heroes, it just make them less. I just don't like it, okay? The other thing is, the second spell is where we have something archer related, and this is whenever this commander troop launches a basic attack, it has 10% chance to get 50 rage or 100 rage. This is when the troops, it can be infantry, cavalry, siege units, archers. Also, giant archer attack bonus 100% for 3 seconds. This is the only thing that is for archer related. Rest of the skills is skill damage boost, as I already mentioned, pure damage doing, and also some extra rage. Now, if you have this hero with Tzu, you're having this crazy rage regeneration engine that you're building, Tzu with YSG. That's why this is the first thing that come to my mind in form of a legion that I plan to build for my KvK. Now, if this thing for some reason don't work, because believe it or not, Rise of Kingdom is AoE damage dealer game, period. I mean, compared to the Call of Dragons, other Lilith game, you're going to notice in Call of Dragons you have troops that are hitting from the melee range, you're having troops that are hitting from the medium range, you have troops that are hitting from very far range. So having this different positioning of the troops is extremely hard to do AoE damage. So I can say the other game is like single target game. Here we're talking about the AoE because all of the troops, no matter archers, infantry, they're fighting in the melee range. So from there come these benefits and my expectation to do crazy good with this legion. But in case this legion don't perform, my plan B is to try single target. Now, this my single target legion is Minamoto with Chow Chow or Minamoto with UCG. Now, I plan to test Minamoto with YSG just because YSG is actually is giving this extra 20% more hero skill damage. Also is giving some rage regeneration. And Minamoto is actually doing like 1.4k and have 50% chance to do extra 1.2. So having this damage increase over his spell, especially if the proc happen and you hit this 50%, is just going to do crazy amount of damage. So the second way of approach, I believe, is going to be Minamoto with YSG in combination, boosting the hero skill damage and same time doing good amount of damage itself. So this is the other thing that I believe is going to perform very good on the battlefield. Now, I was thinking maybe for third legion, something like a plan 3. And most likely if I want to go with 2 legions, it's going to be Sun Tzu with YSG. If I want to go with 2 legions, sorry, and Minamoto with Chow Chow. Now, in case my legion become way too squishy, because this can actually happen, you're putting like 2 aggressive heroes together and they just may die way more faster. And if you're in a situation when you're dying faster, you most likely are not going to do damage. So from there come the Sun Tzu and Charles Martel is my third option that I plan to actually execute if the previous 2 don't work that good. Okay, this is neat. Okay, the first one is blocked. The reason behind is just Charles Martel is having very nice defense mechanics, and also is boosting the damage. First of all, it's preventing like direct damage factor reduced because of this shield, damage absorbing shield for 4 seconds. It's having very nice counter attack, can go up to 30%. Most likely, I'm going to make him like 5-1-1-1, but still. Here, I definitely have to run with infantry because just these buffs here is infantry, and this bad boy is also having this passive skill that is commander related, and I really don't like this thing. But anyway, this is the 3 legions that I plan to use. Sun Tzu with YSG, Minamoto with YSG. If I run 2 legions, Sun Tzu YSG is going to be Minamoto with Chow Chow. And finally, it's going to be Sun Tzu with Charles Martel. But this is like third case that I don't believe is going to happen. So let me know what you think, guys, in the comments below, especially if you're in some old kingdoms or you already have your experience in this game. Where you can just give your opinion over maybe what kind of the performance may be of this legion. I strongly believe I actually make a good pick. And yeah, let me know also if you're like me in your first KvK, what kind of legion you're going to use. So far from what I see, majority of the people are going to go Minamoto with Chow Chow. Chow Chow, the first hero that you're going to start working with. And also from the daily deals, you're just going to have enough time to accumulate a lot of his spells. But anyway, now if you like me just starting Rise of Kingdom, you definitely want to have some tips. And here I'm going to post one video where I'm sharing some tips that I get from an end game veteran players, what they share with me, how they going to be if they want to start over. There is a lot of secrecy inside, so go check it out, meet you there.